So the Gallery Restaurant is our training restaurant located in the hospitality department at Grimsby Institute. It's open to the general public and it's run by our students, so our level 2 and level 3 food and beverage students, and it's headed up in the kitchen by our professional chefs as well. So today's event is a kitchen takeover hosted by Forrester Boyd, Handelsbanken and Bridge McFarland solicitors in collaboration with the Grimsby Institute and Healer Manor Hotel. So we are raising funds for the British Heart Foundation this evening, and the kitchen is being run by the bankers, the solicitors, who generally don't have that sort of attire on, so it's been interesting. They're also setting up the tables this evening, which so far they've done quite a good job. And we will be serving their clients this evening who are hopefully going to cough up some pennies and donate to the money pot.
Events for Charity, we're taking a bunch of novices and trying to get them into a professional setting to actually do restaurant food under restaurant conditions. And I think that's going to be the biggest challenge. These are all novices, bankers, accountants. So people are not from the industry, which is great. And obviously we're going to put a bit of pressure on them to try and achieve restaurant style dishes, but then we're throwing things in. You've still got to produce your own menu. There's a whole selection of products over there. They have to come up with a menu. It still then has to be an allergen, so there might be some that's vegetarian. How are they going to get around that? The customer isn't going to know, so there's two teams doing two different starters and create their own starter, two teams doing two main courses, using the same products that are on the sign, so they've both got the same thing and they just come up with different dishes, and then two desserts, and the customer will choose whether they want team 1 or team 2, but they won't know it's team 1 or team 2. It's just two starters, two mains, two desserts, which is more a la carte based, which is very much what it is in industry. So then I will then call off whether it's one pork, one chicken, for example. They both have to be ready at the same time to deliver to that table at the same time. So both of them have to produce 30 covers, even though there's 30 covers in tonight, because if somebody runs out of something, they've got a problem. But then it comes down to, how does that menu sound? Is it appetising enough? So what have they done wrong with that? Or actually, have they wrote it quite, not as appealing as the other one? There's a lot more scenarios that go into menu writing, and there's a lot more theory behind it and what they first thought. I think that's probably what's going to showcase more than anything else.
We're doing the main course, and we're doing a meat and a vegetarian option. The meat option is pork fillet on a bed of fondant potato with seasonal vegetables, cauliflower puree and a creamy tarragon sauce. And then the vegetarian.
And then as a vegetarian option, we're doing a stuffed pepper with lemon and herb dressing and a tomato puree.
We're going to do a stuffed pork loin, so it's going to be stuffed with wild garlic and smoked bacon. And it's going to be on a bed of carrot and courgettes, and we're going to have a red wine jus around the edge, some crispy onions on top, and then we're going to have a nice cheesy mash to go with it.
Why should people choose?
Well, it sounds fantastic. I just hope there's some spare so we can have some at the end of it, to be honest with you. We're here for a good cause to raise money for the British Heart Foundation, basically. So we had a partner that passed away in August 22, unexpectedly. He was only 40, so it's linked to heart failure, essentially. So as a firm, we decided to try and raise as much money for the foundation, the Heart Foundation, as possible. So this is one event of many where we're looking to raise money for a good cause, essentially.
Today we're doing a starter, and we're doing
veloute of leek and potato,
served on a bed of leek and with haddock and potato bomb and a cheese crisp. Please choose ours.
It's going to be the best starter out there.
Basically, I've got Tom Leeman to blame, who works with us in our team. But actually, I've heard about this. They used to do them quite a lot over in Hull, the Smile Foundation. So I've always wanted to be involved and have a go. So I was really excited when Tom said Forrester Boyd had asked us to be involved.
We are doing a starter this evening, so it will be a smoked salmon Scotch egg. That's going to be flavoured with
tarragon, spring onion, lime. We're hoping to serve that with a tarragon mayo and a béarnaise emulsion as well.
Events in the community are massively important. One, they help us to raise funds for life-saving research, but more importantly than that, I think they bring communities together that have been impacted by heart and circulatory disease, and they help us to spread awareness about what we do and why we need to raise funds. We're hoping that everybody has a great time, first and foremost, that it goes well in the kitchen for those teams back there, and that everybody feels they can dig deep and help to support this fantastic event, and again help us to fund life-saving research which impacts people locally right here in Grimsby and across the UK.